Welcome back to JB Reviews. I have this 2023 Ford F350. It has a ReadyLift on it currently. It's a 2.5 inch lift, and this also has 35 by 12.5 inch tires. So I'm going to show you guys around the truck really quickly. I did do some towing videos with it, so I want to show you guys a few clips of the truck. Like when you get a ReadyLift, you're going to have to get airbags 100%. This is the exact kit that's on the truck we're going to be reviewing today. Now this kit was $699.95. I think you have to pay about $550 or $600 to get this installed. It might be a little bit more time because of a few other components. So I believe this right here, for example, yeah, this is the front track bar relocation bracket. And something else to consider too, this does not say it'll fit 35 by 13.5. It's probably just 35 by 11 or 12.5 inch tires. Now you'll see I do have some aftermarket wheels on this truck that I was given for a day. And let me show you one last thing. So this is a 2.5 inch level. They also have this here, oh, right here. So this is a 2.5 inch level. This is a lot cheaper. I have run these in the past. These pucks will make your truck ride a lot harsher. So if that's something that's important to you, I would definitely go the other route that I just showed you guys. They even have some shock absorber upgrades too, which will probably help soften up the ride as well. You can do front and rear. But yeah, this is gonna make the truck ride a little bit rougher. And then they do have some extra things here that you can add. Now with this ReadyLift, this is actually a step up from like the basic ones I've seen in the past. Normally what ReadyLift will do is they'll give you like a kit that's like $250, $300, and all you do is just add a block in between the spring and the frame of the truck, and then that'll give you your lift. This one's actually a little bit nicer because they give you a new spring up front. Now you are still running the same factory shocks, so you do have an extension for that. You can kind of see it right there. They also have a sway bar extension too, and then I think a relocation for the track bar I think you guys saw online, and for the brake lines too. So it does look like a factory setup. I will have my wife turn the wheels here in a second, but as I mentioned, these are the open country AT3s, and Toyo is the tire brand, and these are 35 by 12.5s. And this is actually a really good tire for this type of truck. This is a load range F, and it has like 3,900 pounds worth of capacity. So if you're looking at HD trucks, this is exactly what you need. 12 ply, and here's the capacity, 3,970 pounds at 80 psi. And these wheels, these are Method wheels. I don't know what brand it is. If I do find out, I will let you guys know. But they do have a little bit more, is it positive offset? I think it's either positive or negative. I think maybe it's more negative offset. I think that's what I'm looking for. So the wheels do kind of poke out. I'm not a fan of aftermarket wheels personally, so I don't do a lot of research on that. So, hey, if you like that stance, because most guys like that stance, nothing wrong with it, but it's not for me. Out back, they don't poke out as much. But yeah, a little bit more than I would like. I have a dually where the wheels do stick out, but that's kind of what happens when you run bigger tires. But I do like the overall ride of this truck personally, but I didn't notice a huge difference from a regular Ford F350. The only thing I did notice was I felt like the steering was a little bit lighter, and it could be the wheel and tire setup personally. It could be that, but I feel like it was a little bit more lighter than what I like to feel. The good news about this level is if you're running a 35 inch tire, this 2.5 inch level will clear these 100%. If you do want to run a 37, I did see online that it said minor trimming, so just keep that in mind. Now I'm going to have my wife go ahead and turn the steering wheel so you guys can kind of see how much clearance you have, and I will take out my tape measure so you guys can kind of get an idea of the amount of level you got. I don't have a before, unfortunately, but hey, if you have a 2023 Ford F350, or if you have access to one, you can probably go and measure yourself and kind of get an idea of how much this one does level it. And the springs have a code on them. It's ReadyLift 68-20250FS, just in case you needed that. Alright, so here we go. Tons of clearance right there, so no trimming. And oh yeah, you have a lot of clearance up front for the sway bar, 100%. And over this side, wow. Yeah, you have a lot of clearance for the radius arm. And let's see, if you run a 37, you may have to trim right here. Yeah, a 37, because these are not a true 35. This is like a 34.6, maybe 34.8 maybe. So even if you run like a 295/65 tire, that's going to be a little bit taller than this one, but those are still clear. But a 37-inch tire by 12.5, you're probably going to run into some issues right there where you might have to trim that up a little bit. But apart from that, the rear, I don't really see where you would have any issues back here. Nothing was done. And if you are looking to do a level on the truck, you probably want to run some airbags if you do plan on towing a trailer, because like I said, I'll show you guys some footage I have here. But yeah, the truck does squat a good bit. I think I saw about 2.5-inch drop with about 1,400 pounds of hitch weight. And again, because you lose all that rake up front, you're gonna have to lift it back up, because yeah, you take a lot of weight off the front of the axle. So I'm getting about 43 7/8. It's kind of hard with the tire, but here, right here, it is 10 1/4 right there. Okay, out back, .44 1/4. So the truck is actually not 100% level right now, so there's a little bit of rake. So if you want to get rid of all the rake, you might have to go to a 3-inch. And then right here have 10.5 right there. So yeah, I think that the truck does look level for sure. Like when you look at it, I don't think this ground is probably as level as I'd like it to be, but you can tell the truck is definitely more level than factory for sure. But I hope you guys liked the video. I just wanted to do a quick one on this because, like I said, I noticed the truck was leveled. So when I do my towing tests, things like that, just keep that in the back of your mind. Later.